All right, good evening, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to night number 11, a Read Aloud with Dr. Ivey. I'm so glad that you tuned in with us as we start week 3 of being home with schools closed as we continue along with our Read Alouds. If you are just joining us, my name is Trevor Ivey, and I am a proud educator here in Sumter County in the great state of South Carolina. And like so many of my educator colleagues, we have been asked to step out of our comfort zone and really redesign teaching and learning experiences so that they can be truly meaningful and engaging to our children during this unprecedented time while kids are home. And so I wanted to answer that call and make one small contribution to this growing movement through a nightly read aloud. And the purpose of a nightly read aloud is just to give some sense of normalcy to this, again, unprecedented situation. This is designed as a family engaging event. So that's why you'll hear me often refer to this event for boys and girls of all ages. We'll have a read aloud each night and some activity to go with it that usually turns into a homework assignment, if you will. And that's not meant to add to what is taking place with all of the other assignments that children have to do right now with this new concept of e-learning. It's just really to kind of think outside the box and really have some fun as a family as we are staying home and try to build some memories with your little ones at home. So again, welcome to night number 11. I want to say thank you to all of those that are still joining us and welcome to those that are just joining us for the first time. Tonight's roll call asked for you to chime in the comment section below with your name, your child's name, and your location if you feel comfortable sharing, as well as the answer to the question, what is your child's dream car? So Leslie, I hear you want a Tesla, and Caroline, you want the convertible. Well, you may remember one of our read alouds from week 1, If I Built a House, which took us on a journey of a little boy named Jack as he shared with us what his grand design of a house would be. And so this is another book that we're going to read tonight from the same series, If I Built a Car. And so, boys and girls, when we look at the front cover of the book, we automatically know that this book can be classified as a fiction text. That's right, because clearly there are illustrations. They are not real. And that leads us to conclude and infer that this book is not real. It is written for fun. And we see only one name on the front cover of the book. And you might recall from last week, we had several books that only had one name on the front cover of the book. And that can lead us to infer that that person is both the author and the illustrator. So boys and girls, let's remember what the difference is between the author and the illustrator. I know you've been out of school for a couple of weeks, but let's just make sure that you remember. The person who writes the book, they are referred to as the author, while the person who draws the pictures is referred to as the illustrator. So in this book, If I Built a Car, Chris Van Dusen is both the author and the illustrator. So let's find out what this exciting book is going to be about. If I Built a Car. Jack from the back seat said to his dad, "Oh, this car is okay. This car is not so bad, but it's just a car. Nothing great, nothing grand. It's nothing at all like the car that I have planned." Ooh, I wonder what he is thinking for his design of a car. Let's find out. "I'll work through the night to create a design, constantly analyze, tweak, and refine. I'll study jet rockets and look at old planes, contemplate buses and zeppelins and trains to make it as smooth and as sleek as an eel. I'll borrow ideas from the Wienermobile. So sit back, boys and girls of all ages, relax, stay right where you are. It's time to reveal my spectacular car." Ooh, I wonder what his design is going to be about. You'll see that I've added a lot of neat things into my car. Flush fender skirts and retractable wings, 3 headlights in the front, 4 taillights in the back, plus 2 giant fins like our old Cadillac. My brand new design will be curvy and round with special jet engines that don't make a sound. I'll even paint it bright colors with accents of chrome and top it all off with a plexiglass dome. Wow. "I'll build a safe car. Just you wait and see. It'll be as safe as I can, 'cause safety is job number 1 in my plan. It may look like steel from afar, you cannot tell, but it's actually made of a polymer gel, a space-age concoction that I just invented. So in a collision, my car won't become dented. It simply absorbs what we happen to hit, and folks would be fine in the seats where they sit. No dents in this car. Come with me now, boys and girls. Let me take you inside of my new car. You'll see I've put in a couch. It's comfy and wide. Plus, you'll see a fireplace, a fish tank, and here's something cool. The floor can slide open, and look, there's even a pool. Now step right this way. Come to the back of my car and note the red button marked Instant Snack Bar. Let's just say if you were hungry and you wanted a treat, all you have to do is just press it and instantly good things to eat. They appear in a flash. Anything that you please, from hazelnut pudding to aerosol cheese. And after you've eaten, you might like to take a nap. But no fear, Robert the robot, he makes snapping a snap. I built him right into the back of my chair. He's out of the way. You won't even know he is there. But when you get sleepy and rise from your seat, the chair spins around without missing a beat. Robert the robot will take the controls, and he's guaranteed not to hit any telephone poles. I see, boys and girls, you're quite impressed with all that's inside, so let's start up the motor. Let's go for a ride. Are you ready, boys and girls? A car that smells good? No way! Now that is something new. But if I built a car, that's just what I would do. Inside the engine, I'll add a special machine to capture the odor of burnt gasoline. I'll change it to something more pleasing to the noses, like blueberry muffins or freshly picked roses. So now that we're cruising along, let's take a trip to the lake. There's no need to panic, boys and girls, or slam on those brakes. My car can do something that very few can do. The fenders will float like a catamaran. We're skimming the waves and we're gonna have a ball, but wait! Hold your horses, 'cause that isn't all. Boating is fine till we get the urge to dive underwater. Uh-oh. Then just hit the button that says submerge. Robert will drive as we bubble about. We can see catfish and we can see all sorts of trout. We might even spy the shy stickleback jar from inside our fabulous waterproof car. So boys and girls, last but not least, the best feature of all comes down to a button that's shiny and small. If you push it, just wait and see. In the wink of an eye, the car will take off. We'll be up in the sky. We'll fly all over the land. We'll fly all over the seas to Alaska, Nebraska, Bermuda, Belize. Maybe we'll take a vacation when things start to freeze and fly us all down to the Florida Keys. But you see, boys and girls, my car will be absolutely cool. My car will be keen. My car will be one big fantastic machine. The toast of the town, the cream of the crop, the belle of the ball, and the tip of the top. My car will be famous from here all the way to Peru. If I built a car, boys and girls, that is just what I would do. Look at his dad. How do you think his dad feels about his design? Probably scary, huh? Well, boys and girls, that was the end of our book for tonight. Now, you know I have some questions just to check to make sure that you were being good listeners and that you turned on your brains. So here is question number one. Question number one. What are some things that you would find inside Jack's car? What are some things you would find? Do you remember? That's right. Some things that you would find are a couch, a fireplace, a fish tank. You might even find a pool, a snack bar. All right, that leads me to question number two. Question number two. If you were hungry and you went to Jack's snack bar, what are some items that you could get? Do you remember? One item that you could get is hazelnut pudding or aerosol cheese. How cool is that? All right, question number three. Let's see who knows the answer to this one. Who in Jack's car will help you take a nap? Do you remember? That's right. It would be Robert the robot. Robert the robot is going to help you take a nap. All right, question number four. What are some smells that Jack creatively has designed his car to make? That's right. His car makes different smells. Do you remember some of those smells? That's right. One of those smells is the smell of fresh blueberry muffins or freshly picked roses? Excellent listening. All right, question number 5. Last question. What is Jack's best feature in his opinion? Do you remember his best feature? Well, if you don't remember, you have to try the strategy that good readers do. They go back into the text and they cite their answer from the text. You remember? That's exactly right. He has a special button that he gets to press and the car will go way up into the sky. Do you remember the other book, If I Built a House? And that was actually the same best feature of his house of the future. The plexiglass would take him way high into the sky, and that is a similarity between If I Built a House and If I Built a Car. So excellent job, boys and girls. My challenge to you tonight as we start week 3 of our nightly read alouds is to use that engineering design process to design your car of the future. What are some of the special features that you will have in your car of the future? It's okay if you want to use some of the features that Jack shared in his design, but try to make it your very own personal design. And you can do that, boys and girls, by using the engineering design process. So for those who are just tuning in, we have been using the EDP, the engineering design process, to solve problems. And so our problem for tonight's Read Aloud is to design a car of the future. And so the first step is to define the problem, which we've just done. Number 2 is to plan your solution. Number 3 is to make your model. Number 4 is to test your model. And number 5 is to repeat and redesign. So for this task, just like last week, you'll use some markers and you can either use a blank sheet of paper or you can use your sidewalk chalk that you may have left over from one of our challenges last week to design your car of the future outside if it is safe to do so. So I cannot wait to see your cars of the future. Parents, feel free to take a picture, or even better, have your scholar practice his or her communication skills by recording a short video of him or her explaining how they use the engineering design process to build their car of the future. It is perfectly fine if they would like to take it to the next step and build their prototype. But for this challenge, I would love to see your solutions on paper or on the sidewalk using the chalk. That would be perfect for this challenge. So can't wait to see what you boys and girls come up with. Try to get those to me at some point tomorrow afternoon or evening so we can get some assistance in Facebook voting on who has the best design, which leads me to the next announcement. On our Read Aloud tonight with Dr. Ivey, I want to share with you the results of our Cupcake and Cookie Challenge. And so last week, we had a challenge where we partnered with Baker's Sweets here in Sumter as a way to support small businesses. They are great folks over at Baker's Sweets, very supportive of our community. And in a pressing time such as this, where a lot of businesses are taking a big hit from the lack of business on a daily basis, I wanted to encourage everyone to support small businesses, and the one that we decided to partner with was Baker's Sweets. They had cookie and cupcake family fun packs, and they went along with one of our read alouds from last week. And the challenge was to work as a family to create a creative cupcake and cookie design. And we opened up voting on Friday, and we had about 16 entries that were posted on our page. And the top 3 vote getters collected almost 100 votes in the form of likes on their post when you added them all together. In third place, we have Cody's design. And second place, we have Caroline's design, Caroline from Lexington. And in first place, with 42 votes, we have Carisi, who submitted both a picture and a video, both cookies and cupcakes. And so congratulations to those 3 top vote getters. I'll be following up with each of you to share your prize. And again, we want to thank Baker Sweets for partnering with us and encouraging this passion to be shared for literacy and building memories as a family. So boys and girls, don't forget, you still have 1 day left to turn in your sidewalk chalk drawings from our Thursday Read Aloud last week on illustrations that would encourage others to stay safe during this pandemic. So you were encouraged to use sidewalk chalk to illustrate ways that you can stay safe. And so I am excited to get more entries. We'll be posting those pictures tomorrow in videos to get our winner from that challenge. So as we bring our 11th night of school closure to an end with our Read Aloud, boys and girls, let's go ahead and get ready for our reflection. So before you get ready for bed and go brush your teeth and wash your hands one last time, let's reflect on day number 11. Day number 11, you know the questions. Question number 1, what was your favorite part about today? What was your favorite part about today? Question number 2, share with your parent or your older sibling or fuzzy friend what was your least favorite part about today. What was your least favorite part? Question number 3. What would be one thing that you would want to change about today if you could make a change? Share with your parent, your older sibling, or fuzzy friend. And question number 4, our last reflection question of the night. What is one thing that you hope is going to happen tomorrow? Well, boys and girls, I have enjoyed our 11th night of Read Alouds. I want to thank you for tuning in. Parents, if you will please like and share our post. You can follow me here on Facebook at Trevor Ivey or Instagram TrevorT.Ivey, or feel free to follow me on Twitter at Dr. Trevor Ivey. Boys and girls, remember, if no one has told you that they love you today, Dr. Ivey is here to tell you that he loves you. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.